Hi! Kumusta na? Kaya pa ba natin? Okay, hopefully you are still great, doing great at this time, at this moment. Okay, so since nasimulan na natin, lubusin na natin, no? Samahan niyo ako at tatapusin natin ang discussion natin. Alright, so last time we have mentioned or we have discussed the some keywords that are being used during the entire course and the programming development life cycle of a program. Alright? So, yung mga phases, steps, okay, na a programmer need to follow. Okay? So, at this point, we will continue the discussion. So, we will proceed with lesson 2, which is the structured programming. Okay? Structured programming. Computer 2 is actually structured, unstructured programming. On programming 1, programming logic formulation. On this course, structured naman. So what is structured programming? It is a disciplined approach to write programs that are clearer than unstructured programs, easier to test, debug, and easier to modify. Okay, it says here, clearer. Yes. Compared to unstructured. When we say structured compared to unstructured, ito yung structured, unstructured, magulo, ito structured, maayos. Limbawa, maayos basahin, ito magulo basahin. Magulo, kaya mahirap intindihin. Mas magandang structured. So, ito yung gagawin natin. How to create or how to, do structured programming. Easier to test. Mas madaling i-test kasi nga hindi siya magulo. Test and debug pala. Okay? And easier to modify. Kung meron kang gustong baguhin, mas madali. Kasi nga, structured. Madali maintindihan. So that is a structured programming. One important characteristics of structured program is that each construct must exhibit a single entry and a single exit property. Napag-aralan nyo dun sa flow charting, one start and then one end only. Kung dito pumasok, dito lalabas. Paano yun? Isang pasukan, isang labasan. Ano daw? Okay. So ito, hindi yung unlike others na, okay, single entry and then daming end. Magulo. Di mo alam kung nag-end na ba o ano. Okay? So dito sa structured, one entry and then single exit. Okay? It is a programming paradigm aimed to improve the quality, quality, and development time of a computer program by making extensive use of subroutines, block structures, for and while loops, in contrast to using simple tests and jump such as go-to statement. Okay, dito tayo muna. Clarity. When structured programming is being used, there is clarity is being improved. Mas madali maintindihan, maayos, malinis tignan. Kaya mas madali maintindihan, klaro. Klaro kung gusto mong i-review yung codes mo, mas madali maintindihan kasi nga structured siya, hindi siya unstructured. Quality, kasi nga since maayos, madali mong ginawa, okay? Kaya yung quality ng program nandun na. Hindi siya magulo. Yung quality nandun na. Kasi nga, kung hindi yung paggawa pa lang ng halimbawa, meron kang ginagawa. Kung hindi ka naguluhan, ibig sabihin, the output is, there is equality on the output. Pero, dun pa lang, sa paggawa pa lang, nagulong-gulo ka na, asahan mo, dun sa output mo, may mga errors. Walang quality. Okay? And then development time, since madaling maintindihan, okay, madali mong matapos yung program. Okay? Unlike sa unstructured, since kailangan pang i-review kung anong gamit nito, paano to, development time is too long. Okay? And then ito, gagamit natin subroutines, blocks, structures, for and while loops. Gagamitin natin ito, or we will discuss this soon. So, unlike, or hindi tayo gagamit ng go-to statements or spaghetti code. Okay? Programming without the use of go-to statement. Go-to statement. So, yung iba kasi na unstructured, ito, line ng code na yan. Go to, sabi niya, go to line 50. So, hahanapin pa ng program, nasaan ang line 50? Iyon ang gagawin niya. At line 50 gagawin niya, go to line 10. Babalik na naman siya ng line 10. So, that is unstructured, spaghetti code. Okay? In here, structured, step by step. Ito, gawin mo to after this line, ito. After this line, ito. Okay, meron nga siyang structure. Okay? We will be using the different control structures in creating a structured program. So first, we have here the sequence. Then we have here the selection and then sequence, selection, and then iteration. So as you can see in this graphic, sequence from top to bottom, step by step, ganyan. Ito naman, selection is either yes or no. It's either this one or this one. Hindi pwedeng lahat. Ito kasi lahat. And then condition a number of times. We will discuss that here. Okay, sequence. So what is sequence selections? Sequence control structure. Okay, it says here, ordered statements or subroutines are executed in sequence, step by step, line by line, from top to bottom. Hindi pwedeng ito, and then hindi niya gagawin ito, and then move siya dito. No. When we say sequence, line 1, code number 1, line 1. After executing, or after the program will execute the line 1, or code number 1, it will execute, perform, line 2. After line 2, line 3, until maubos, matapos yung program. So that is in sequence. Okay? Kailangan step by step. Walang, madingambaling nalapsan na Jemaisa. Okay? Kailangan gawin niya lahat ng statements. Gawin niya lahat ng codes na nandun. So that is in sequence. The default control structure. This is the default control structure. Default, kasi nga kahit wala, hindi ka pa marunong mag-loop or mag-selection, ito na. Pwede ka na magawa ng program. Default. Instructions are executed one after another. Okay? This means that the computer will run the code in order. It will start at 1, execute line 2, line 3, and so on and so forth. Example of sequence. Combine the liquid ingredients. Next, add the dry ones. Next, ganyan. So, hindi mo pwedeng, you need to add the dry ones before combining the liquid ingredients. No. You need to perform this before doing this. Example number 2. Okay. Line 1. Okay. Your program will initialize what is my age and then assign the value 12. So, what is my age? It's 12. Or what is the value of my age? It's 12. And then it will print this line. Next year I will be, then print, what is my age? It's 12 plus 1. So next year I will be 13. In 2 years I will be plus 2 plus 3. Ganyan. So line by line. Hindi pwedeng, eto muna, ipiprint niya yung my age. Now, what is my age? Hindi niya alam kung anong my age kung hindi niya ginawa yung line 1. So, kailangan in sequence. Okay? So, gagawin niya from top to bottom. Example number 3, initialization na naman. So, kailangan niyang alamin kung ano si radius at pi. And then, assigning a value. So, bago niya masagot ito. Kasi kapag mag-jump siya ng line number 3, ito, radius times pi. Ano? What is radius? What is the value of pi? So, hindi niya magagawa ito. Hindi niya may print kung ano yung area. Okay? So, yun. Hindi niya magagawa or hindi niya may print yung output niya. Kasi nga, hindi niya alam kung ano ang value ni na radius at pi. Kasi nga, ganon. So, dapat, step by step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, or line by line. Alright? So, that is sequence or in sequence. Okay? Compared to selection, it allows a program to follow alternative path of execution. It will not, okay, dito ha, it will not execute all the statements it will execute only the statement that falls under. Okay? Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. One or a number of statements is executed depending on the state of the program. This is usually expressed with the keywords such as if, then else, and if. Okay, we will discuss examples later on. Sometimes you only want some lines of codes to run only if a condition is met. Halimbawa ito, gusto mong ito lang yung gagawin niya, ito lang yung gagawin niya. Kapag true, ito yung gagawin niya. Kapag false, ito yung gagawin niya. Yung kanina kasi, lahat ng statements mo gagawin niya. Ngayon, it's either true or false. It's either ito or ito yung gagawin niya. Isa lang ang gagawin niya. Okay? Yan. Okay. Example. If tomatoes are fresh, then simmer them. But if canned, skip this step. Yak ano? Okay. Kapag fresh daw, as in fresh, yung tomato, lutuin mo. Or steam mo. Ganyan. Fresh, as in fresh na fresh. Pero, so ito yung statement niya. Gawin niya. So, we have here, your tomato. Oh, it's fresh. Okay. So, I will steam. Lutuin ko siya. Ganoon na lang. Lutuin ko siya. But, if in canned, skip this step. Hindi niya lulutuin. Paano daw? So, our statements here are, it's either you simmer, or sim, or you skip. Lutuin mo, or hindi mo lulutuin. Now, here comes the tomato. Nakalata. Fresh ba ito? Hindi. So, hindi ko lulutuin. So, hindi ko lang gagawin yung isa, which is lulutuin. Nandun yung tomato. Na naman. Fresh ba? Yes. So, lulutuin niya. So, hindi niya i-skip. Lulutuin niya. So, it's either this one or this one, yung isa ang gagawin niya. Example number 2. If the length of your password is less than 8, sometimes kasi, if you are creating a password, it requires you to input more than 8 characters, or 8 or more than characters. 8 characters or more than. Okay? Pero pag naglagay ka ng 7, ayaw niyang tanggapin. So, ito yon. If the length of your password is less than 8, what if naglagay ka ng password mo, yung pangalan mo, your password is too short. Wala pangalan mo, R-E-N-Z. How many characters? R-E-N-Z. 4 characters. So that falls under this. If the length of your password, Renz, is less than 8, is it less than 8? Yes. So it will print your password is not valid. So you need to input 8 or more than. So ito yung gagawin niya. Okay? Another is, halimbawa, lalagyan pa natin, then, else. If your password is, halimbawa, 8. Meron pa tayo dito, else. Okay. You're in, halimbawa. Instead of your password is invalid, lalagay niya, you're in. Okay. Halimbawa, nag-type ako ng password ko. It's more than 8. So, hindi niya ipiprint itong your password is not valid. Ang ipiprint na lang ay you're in. Okay? It's either sa dalawa ang ipiprint niya. Hindi niya gagawin lahat-lahat ng statements. Unlike yung kanina na sequence, gagawin niya lahat. Dito, yung statements dito, it's either this statement or yung isang statement. Okay? So that is selection. Selection naman dito. Selection structure. Okay? Nakuha? O hindi pa? Sabihin niyo lang. Pwede kong ulitin. Hindi. Pwede nyo palang i-backward yung video. Hindi ko ulitin. Backward nyo na lang. Yun ang kagandahan kapag naka-record, no? Okay. Next is iteration. Iteration. Paulit-ulit. Paulit-ulit. Parang ikaw. Parang jowa mo. Paulit-ulit na lang. Nakasawa. Hindi. Ito. Iteration or looping. gives computers much of their power kasi paulit-ulit nilang ginagawa. Kung ikaw siguro paulit-ulit mong ginagawa yung isang bagay, nakasawa. Magsasawa ka na. Maaaring mamaya pag ginawa mo yon, ayaw mo na. Tama na. Okay? Pero ito, ang computer hindi yan nagsasawa. Sana all. Kahit paulit-ulit ginagawa niya yun, okay lang. Sige. Okay? And they can repeat a sequence of steps as often as necessary, and appropriate repetitions of quick or simple steps can solve complex problems. Kahit paulit-ulit nilang ginagawa, kahit mahirap man yan o madali, okay lang, ginagawa pa rin nila yan para malang ma-solve yung problem. Sometimes you want the computer to execute the same lines of code several times. Halimbawa na lang. Ito, gusto mo, nag-a-alarm yung clock. Gumawa ka ng alarm clock. Alarm clock. Nagre-ring yung alarm. Ring. Sige, keeps on ringing. Until, so, the statement is ring. That is a statement. Again, yung statement pala, statement that is the action you want a computer or your program to do. Yun yung gusto mong gawin ng program mo. So, anong gusto mong gawin ng program? Okay, ring. Okay, ring. Yung isang statement lang, ring. Now, hanggat hindi nila press ang stop, keep on ringing. Or keeps on ringing. Okay? So, gumamit ka ng iteration. Yung isang statement lang, ring. Okay? Ring. Ulit. Sige. Hanggat pines pa na yung stop, nag-press na pa siya yung stop, hindi pa. Okay, ring. Nag-press na siya yung stop, hindi pa. Ring. Nag-press, hindi pa. Ring. Nag-press, hindi pa. Ring. Okay? Na-edit lang yun. Ganun lang ako. Okay? Nag-press na pa ng stop? Yes. Okay. Stop. Okay? So, napansin natin dito, isa lang yung statement niya pero ginawa niya yung paulit-ulit. Okay? So, maaaring ganon. Kung isang statement gusto mong gawin ng program mo paulit-ulit, gumamit ka ng iteration. So, later on, yun ang mga gagawin natin sa course natin. So, we will do the coding on sequence, selection, and iteration. Okay? With here, example number 1. Iterative. Beat the eggs or beat the egg whites until they form soft peaks. So, marunong magbati ng itlog dyan. Okay, ito. Okay. Iterative. Tama. Iterative. Paulit-ulit. Okay. Our statement here is, ano yung action natin dito? Beat the eggs. Sige, bati. Magbati lang siya ng itlog. Okay. Now, our condition here is, yung binabati mo ba, nag-form na ba ng soft peaks? Meron na ba ng, basta yon. Okay? Pag meron na, stop. Okay? So, okay. Keeps on beating the egg. Ano ba example natin? Beating the egg. Sige, beat. Now, ulit-ulit. Do they form soft peaks? Yes, stop. Okay. So, that is iteration. Another example. Para ma-ano natin yung example number 1. Ang sagwa. Hindi, basta example na yan. Yun. Example number 2. Key, input, press X to exit. Okay, nandun na yung key. Until, hindi pa siya nagka-press ng X, hindi pa nag-exit. Halimbawa, nandun yung program. Halimbawa, nanonood ka kumbaga. Nag-play pa lang siya, nag-play siya. So, hinihintay niya na kung mag-press ka ng X. Once you nag-press ka ng X, mag-close na yung program. Mag-exit na, kumbaga, ganon. Alright. Same true with example number 3, parang ganon din yung alarm clock natin. Na it will play sound pag hindi pa 0 yung timer. Okay? So, that is iteration. Any question? Well, question mo. Wala? Okay. So, you may test yourself regarding the iteration, selection, and sequence using this link. Just copy or just type this link. Just open any browser using your mobile phone. Okay, sige. Open mo Mozilla Firefox sa cellphone. Meron siguro. Okay? And then, type mo sa taas ito. Yan. And then, test yourself. I-test mo and then tignan mo lang kung ilan yung makuha mo. Ilan yung naintindihan mo dyan. Alright? Okay, we have here subroutines, blocks. We will be using subroutines and blocks since these are mentioned earlier. So what is subroutines? A subroutine is a sequence of program instructions that perform a specific task. Okay? Package as a unit. Okay? So ano daw ito? Okay? Ito yung mga program statements. Madami. Halimbawa lang, lima lang. Okay? Na package as one. So pag tinawag mo, halimbawa, the name of your subroutines, will be using this or will be doing this soon. The name of your subroutine is clear. Okay? What are the statements under your clear subroutine? Okay? Ito, clear. Clear a name. Clear age. Clear address. Clear birthday. Halimbawa ganon. Laman niya. Now, dun sa isang code, dun sa isang button, clinic ko siya. Now, linagay ko lang doon. Tinawag ko yung pangalan ng subroutine. Linagay ko doon, call clear. Gagawin niya kung anong meron kay clear, which is, mag-clear yung name, yung age, lahat ng ginawa ko doon, or sinabi natin doon. So, pinackage niya as one. So, isa lang yung code natin doon. Clear. Gawin na niya lahat-lahat. So, that is subroutine. Okay? And blocks. Blocks are used to enable groups of statements to be treated as if they were one statements. So in some programming language, they are using, let's say Java, they are using curly braces. Okay? Para magkaroon ng blocks. Kumbaga ito, paragraph. Para masabi mo, one paragraph. Treated as one. Okay? So gumagamit sila ng blocks. So that is blocks. Okay? So, we have discussed structured programming. So, we will more discuss on the difference of structured and non-structured. Code compartmentalization can be done. Code compartmentalization cannot be done. Dito kasi, pwede mong, ito, code 1, ito, part 1. Ito yung ginagawa niya. Next, code number 2, pwede mo siyang makategorize, parang ganyan. Iba yung ginagawa nila. Sa non-structured kasi, halo-halo lang. Kaya lang magulo. Loops can be created. Pwede kang gumawa ng loops. Dito, hindi pwede sa unstructured. These are new languages. These are old languages. So, dito tayo sa new. Structured programming. So, advantage of using structured programming, we have here the following. It solves the problem of complexity in computer programming. Kung gaano kahirap yung pagproprogram dati, mas okay na ngayon. Na-solve niya yung gaano kahirap o yung hirap, complexity in computer programming. So programs are more easily and more quickly written. Mas madali nang maintindihan at mas madaling i-code or isulat. Programs have greater reliability. Gaya ng example natin kanina, since hindi ako nahirapan dito, madali kong ginawa ito, mas more reliable yung program or yung output. Meron akong tiwala sa output ko kasi nga, hindi ako nahirapan. Minaladali ko ngayon eh. So, you see, parang ganon. Okay? Programs require less time to debug and test. Mas madaling i-debug at mas madaling i-test at mas madaling i-debug. Kasi nga, mas madaling maintindihan. Structured na siya. Programs are easier to maintain. Kung merong errors, gawin mo. Kahit sabihin natin, after next year, may error, gawin mo. Tignan mo lang, aralin mo ng konti, then maintindihan mo na, and then gawin mo na. Okay? So, those are the advantages of using structured programming. Alright? So, So again, the part 1 of this video is being posted on YouTube and dun sa ating Facebook group. If you missed that, pwede mong balikan. Okay? Sana yun, buti pa yun pwedeng balikan, no? If you have concerns or problems or questions regarding this lesson number 2 on chapter 1, we are done actually on chapter 1. Just comment below or just send me PM or pwede din sa GC mag-question, okay? And then we will accommodate you or answer your query naman siguro ASAP when we are online. Okay? Ano? Wala na. Alright? So, yun. Abangan na naman ang susunod. Pero before that, before our chapter 2, abangan ang mga activities na ipopost ko sa Edmodo app. And of course, I will be giving instructions dun sa messenger natin para alam nyo kung meron na akong pinost dun sa Edmodo. Alright? Sige. Paalam!